when you see? We'll start it this way. What do you think when you see Travis Etienne? What is your scouting report on 9?
I mean, first of all, he's a great individual, great person. Has his head on the right place, and then just a student of the game. He understands how defense try to play him, and he used that to his advantage. And he's a very unique running back, honestly, because typically I was actually just telling Coach Sweeney this yesterday. Normally you have a fast guy, you have a power guy like James Davis, but Travis, he's one of those guys. He's a combination guy. He's a combo. So he has speed and he has power. Until, as a defender, that's hard to defend because you don't know what he's gonna do. Like with me, people pretty much knew how he was gonna outrun you. I'm gonna try to shake you. If I had to put my head down to get a 3rd and 2, I would. But with Travis, you don't know what he's gonna do because he can run you over. Then he's fast enough he can run outside around you. So it's very unique. And then I think his pass catching ability is getting a whole lot better. His pass protection is getting a whole lot better. And that just comes with repetition and recognizing where the blitz come from. And I think him and Trevor has a good rapport on, recognizing the blitzes, and Trevor can kind of point him in the directions of where the blitz may be coming from. So as a running back, that helps a whole lot when you can know where the guy's coming from.
Is he both thunder and lightning?
Oh yeah, without a doubt, because he has that combination. Now I'm not gonna say he's as fast as me, but he got a little. He has that heat lightning. He don't have that striking lightning. That heat lightning is pretty dangerous too, though. So he's legit. I think he's a legit high 4.3 guy, and I think I've seen where he does shed some weight, so he looked great from the clips I've seen. So I'm really excited. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't eclipse the 2K this year.
What about his comparisons to you and the new guy on campus, DeMarcus Bowman? Coach Sweeney's actually compared you to him a couple times. What have you seen in DeMarcus?
Well, I only seen his high school highlights, honestly. I haven't been to any practices this year yet, so I haven't seen him in person. But so I only read everything what I've seen online. But from what I understand, he's very fast. Anytime you run track and you run 10-4, so you have speed. And then also, he's a Florida boy. Come on now, it's Florida connection. So I wouldn't expect nothing less. I bet the biggest thing for him is just learning the playbook. Honestly, coming probably from the style of offense that he ran to the style that we run here at Clemson is totally different. So the biggest thing for him is just getting to that playbook and just trying to learn as much as possible and learn the protections and all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be a very unique talent when it's all said and done. But like I said, I just personally haven't seen him up close in person. I just read stuff online and seen his high school highlights. And you can kind of take that into credit until you kind of see the opponents that they playing and you see him running away from people. So I'm excited about him, happy that he's here. I think he might be the second 5-star running back that we done got out of the state of Florida, I believe. So it's always good to see those guys come up here.
CJ, another question about Travis Etienne. How does this game translate to the NFL?
It's going to translate easily for him because the biggest thing with the NFL is just all about going to the right fit, honestly. So it's whatever team drafts him. Is that fit is going to be perfect for his type of skill set. Because a lot of times you see a lot of guys go to the wrong fit and it doesn't fit their skill set, so it never really play out the way that they want it. So if he goes to the right fit, I think he'll be perfectly fine because, like I say, he has the combination of speed and he has the combination of power. And the biggest thing in the NFL is the same thing. It's going to be pass protection because if I'm paying my quarterback now $35+ million, they're going to want him to be upright, not on his back. So you got to understand where the blitz is coming from. And if you go to a veteran team, he'll be able to have a lot of help with that. But I think his game is going to be able to translate very easily into the NFL. I think he'll have a very long, successful career, bar injury or anything. So I'm excited, like I said, about watching him this year, his last go around, and then about his future once he gets to the next level because I think he'll be very successful up there.
CJ, you're the closest one removed from playing the game. In this day and age right now, how weird would it be to kind of trying to get ready for a season and knowing what all you got to have to deal with?
Well, right now, you're in, you just call it fall camp, and you're just trying to learn as much as playbook. And if it was me, my biggest thing would just be getting into as much shape as I can, making sure that that I'm doing everything on my end. So if it is a season, and they do say, hey, we finna get ready to kick this thing off against Wake Forest, I'm gonna make sure that I'm ready and I'm ready to go. So really, it's just all about you're already into the teeth of the camp. So it's just all about trying to just get your legs back going. And, you know, the biggest thing I always done was, you know, I always wanted to finish runs because you have to, as a running back, you have to condition your legs for those big, long runs. You know, if you're going to run a 80-yard touchdown, you have to condition your legs in fall camp for that stuff. So when you get to the season, it's not a shock to your body. So that was kind of my mindset, is I always wanted to finish my last carry in a period with a long run. And, you know, that was something that I learned from Ward Dunn. That's something that he told me, so it carried me from literally from. He told me in high school and it went all the way into my playing days in the NFL. So that would be my biggest thing, and like I say, just starting over. I normally would probably the last day. I'm see what tomorrow probably the last day, Wednesday the last day. I'll probably start writing down team goals and individual goals, and just start getting my mind prepared for Wake Forest, and then next week. My whole sole focus will be breaking down Wake Forest, seeing what they do defensively, and seeing where can I exploit them, where can we exploit them as a team, as an offense, and then just looking at their special teams, you know, looking at their kickoff team, seeing who we can take advantage of, who we can double team, because a lot of times on my big kickoff returns, it was always us getting together as a unit and saying, oh, okay, we can take advantage of the R5 on their team. Let's double that guy. If he's a monster and a disruptor, that's the one that we want to double team, try to take advantage of that. So it's just those little things that you'll have to do to just get your mind physically and mentally ready for a season.
What do you think about the state of college football right now? Half the Power 5 is going to play, the other half's not.
That was their decision. I don't think it's going to minimize a national champion. You know, those other two conferences had to make a decision based off what their medical team was telling them, and the other three gonna continue to go forward until, you know, something changes. So obviously it'll be weird, but you know, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of maybe some jealousy and maybe some people out there from the other conferences that don't want to see these other three conferences succeed, because that's gonna make a lot of people look, you know, bad, I guess you would say, if it's a very successful season, and put a lot of people in jeopardy. So I'm just happy that the ACC didn't pull that plug. I mean, it's still early, and it's not to minimize the virus, because it is serious. You know, I know people that had it, and you know, and it wasn't good. So, but I'm just glad that they didn't, you know, jump to that conclusion. I think they trying to exhaust every option that they possibly can, and you know, I can only speak for Clemson, and you know, I'm pretty sure that they're doing everything that they possibly can with the guys to keep them safe. Giving them, you know, everything that they need to try to have a season. You know, it's the elephant in the room will be when the students get back on campus later next month. You know, that'll be seeing how this thing will really evolve. But I'm just happy that our conference decided to keep doing what they're doing and not rush to judgment to pull the season, because, you know, my heart broke, you know, for those kids. You know, especially if you're seeing this your last go around, and now you don't have the opportunity given to you, it's been taken away. Something you don't work your whole life for, and you know, especially guys that, you know, have that opportunity to maybe go to that next level. Now you don't have that, so I mean, your heart is really, you know, broken for those guys.